Hello guys, and welcome back to another Tweakerman video. In this video we're going to be looking at the Quad 405 power amp, which has been heavily modified and also totally updated. We're going to be taking the lid off, the top and the bottom, and showing you it. And then we're going to be looking at the Quad 33 preamp, which is original, which I plan to do a complete restoration job myself on. So we'll start with the 405 first. So we're going to whip the lid off and show you the inside of it. So here we have the top lid off there, and you can see there's this part is power supply side, and these two are the analog side, left and right. Now this was totally refurbed. That meant everything was taken apart. Even the sides were all resprayed. The whole thing is almost brand new, really. Unlike with a lot of quads, what they do is they desolder the circuit boards and then put new components on them. But these are new circuit boards in this one. I remember having a conversation with my uncle about them. There you go. So there's a little fuse in here that I'm going to change as well. It's a T315A, and I happen to have one there. Look at that, a nice gold plated one, pure silver, gold plated ends. So this is the top part of it. So we're going to just turn it over and have a look at the underneath. So actually this is the back view of it there. This looks like a very nice amplifier, and I can just reveal I've been listening to it, but I had a slight issue with it to start with. I had no sound coming out of it. Now one of the reasons was I had the RCA outputs on my Arcam Alpha 10 integrated amplifier, which I'm using just as a preamp at the moment now, in the wrong places. What a twat. But you know, these things happen. So then I managed to sort that out, and then there was still no sound coming out of it, and I thought, this is a bit strange. Anyway, what happened is I don't know, it just all of a sudden the right hand channel came on, and then after a while, a good half an hour, the left hand channel came on. Now, bearing in mind, this amplifier has been sitting around for about, could be maximum of 4 years, with no electric going for it, not being used at all. So perhaps it was something to do with that. But I'm going to put a bit of deoxit in some areas. Now I've got it open, just to make sure that the contacts are all okay everywhere. So let's turn it over now. So this is the underneath now. Really nicely done, this amp. As you can see, these quads are quite compact, so there's not a lot of room for manoeuvre on them. The two boards at the sides, they get screwed onto this nice piece of aluminium, which looks new again. This has all been totally refurbed, and this is obviously the transformer in here. Solid. It's all lovely done. But at the back here, I was wondering whether it was something to do with one of these, but they all seem to be on there nice and firm. So if the problem persists, I may have to drop it to my local hi-fi shop and get them to look at it, because unless it's something to do with the RCA plug there, which I can't really get to at the moment, it's down in the back there. Just to see. I know the light was already on, so no, I'm not going to be able to. Sorry, camera works a bit shaky again, but there we go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the fuse while I've got it out at the moment, and then I'll put that one back together, and then I'll show you the inside of the preamp, which is totally original, never been done, which I'm going to do a full restoration job on, and I'll probably do it in a video. So let's go to this fuse holder. So here we have the fuse just here. We're just going to pop this out there and take it out. That's it, it's fallen down inside there. That's it down there. That's on the side there now. So we're going to put our there we go, that's it. Camera works a bit dodgy today, guys. There we go. Right, so we're going to zoom out a bit because I think we had it zoomed in too much there. But anyway, so we've got our other fuse here, which I'm going to show you now. So there's the fuse holder there. Now we need to check the direction of the flow of the electricity. So there you go, that's the way it's going. So it's going from there down. So now we've got to sort our fuse out now. So what I've got here is some Pro Gold conditioning treatment by Kaig. So I'm going to put some of this on the end of the fuse there. Because I like to put a bit of that on the fuse. We're going to turn that amplifier off again for a minute. So we're just going to brush some of this onto the fuse around there, all the way around it. It's just an enhancer, so I like doing all this on all the fuses and that. Back up to here, we're going to do it down the, can't see very well there. I'll put some on the contacts of the fuse holder there. And right down the bottom there as well. Right, okay, you ain't going to be able to see that. Very difficult to get in there. Right, I've done that. So now I've just got to wipe the excess off. And then we shall pop the fuse in. So there we have it, our gold fuse in place. Let's just turn this on. That's working fine. Right, so now we're just going to flip the cover back over it now, over the fuse. There we go, the cover's over it. So overall, this is a lovely amplifier, and I've been listening to it. I kept it running for a while before I did any listening tests on it, and I can report that it's better than my Arcam 10 power amp. Quite a bit better. The only thing I would say is the Arcam 10 has a bit more bass about it, a bit more bass definition, slightly deeper bass than this. This tends to be more, well, not bass light, but less bassy. I'd say it's more natural sound in this. So I'm going to see how it goes. If I find I have a few issues on the left-hand channel, I shall take it into Deco Audio and let them look at it, because it's so much easier than me taking all this apart myself, because I've got to do the restoration on the Quad 33, which is going to take up quite a lot of my time. So it's all down to time, really. So let's have a look at the Quad 33 now. One more thing I wanted to say is they've paid a lot of attention to the damping of the case in this as well, with this very nice dampening material top and bottom there on the casing to stop any ringing or anything from the case. So yeah, that's another nice touch. So now we're turning our attention to the Quad 33 preamp. Now I'm going to do a full restoration job on this, even to the extent of taking the faceplate off, matching the colour and respraying it. I'm going to get that really good. I'm also going to respray all the casing and that. And this is totally original, never had any work done to it before. So it's going to be really interesting. Obviously the back is all it's all original. So I know there's a kit that I can buy, a recapping kit, just, you know, replaces all the vital parts that it needs to get it back. But this back panel, it's got DIN plugs on there. Now I don't really want to use DIN plugs. So I'm going to try my hardest to change those to a to RCA plugs, and also the power plug there I'm going to change to a IEC plug, and we'll see how we get on with that. But this is going to be a project over quite a few months, a bit like when I made my turntable. So that's going to be an interesting project, depending on how things go. Obviously, I'll if I need to speed it up, I may not do a video on it, but it depends on what you guys want. If you guys quite like me to do a video on it, I'll do one. So let me know in the comments below anyway. So let's take this apart and we'll have a look what it's like. So I've released the two screws either side that hold the casing in, but what I need to do is just to release these where it says disc adapter. That isn't compact disc, that's LP or vinyl or records, depending on what you want to call them. So we just flip that out, and that's the first board out there. So this is all going to have to be modified and redone. I think a lot of these may need replacing. I'll soon find out. I'm going to do a lot of more research on it. I've been watching shed loads of videos already on other people restoring these, which you can find on YouTube. There's loads of them. So that's the other, that's the tape adapter. So let's take the case off. So here's the case off. It's very clean inside, actually. I mean, this was I've been told this was purchased in 1978 along with the 405 new. So, and you've got these other boards in here that just clip out, and the reason I know this is because I've watched other videos. There we go. So these are the other boards that just clip out and they clip in again, and there's two of them. So there you go, that's the second one. So there's quite a bit to look at in here. There's another board over here that also clips out. There we go. See, now this is all original. He never had anything modified to this, because as I said before, is when he bought the Meridian CD player, I'm not sure what model it was. It was the top one they did, the 2-box machine back in the early 90s. It had a preamp built in on one side, so he tended to use that. So so that's that. So all of the other videos I've watched, they've unsoldered all these bits here, but this one looks slightly different to those. This is the power supply here. That's obviously the transformer, and this piece here is the transformer, and yeah, loads of interesting stuff at the back there. See, I can do all that, all these wires, all the wires there that go to these DIN plugs. I've just got to unsolder those and solder them to the RCAs once I fit those in there. But obviously this metal casework at the back here is screwed on there at the sides there. I'm going to have to make a new casework up for that, I think, to fit this, because otherwise it's already got holes cut out for the DIN plugs, which is no good. Which is fine, I can make a casework for that, no problem. So that's what I'll do, and then I'll fit RCAs in there for all of this, because it'll be so much easier. It'll look better. I'm not really worried about affecting the value of these things. They're not worth a lot. There's shed loads of them on eBay going. So there you go. You can just unscrew the fascia off there. That comes off nice and easy. And then there's some clips under here, down there, that that take out this orange piece of plastic at the front there. So just plug this in quick and we'll light it up. So I'll put the casing back on, because I don't want to turn the electric on without the casing on. So let's just see whether this powers up or not. Oh yeah, there you go. The little quad light's illuminated there, so it powers up all right. But I've noticed a bit of plastic, a little bit of a I don't know if you can see that there. There you go. Some sort of suppressor in there has snapped, broken off, so that's going to need sorting out. That was on the back of the volume control there. So a lot of you that are into quads would have a lot more knowledge than me about them. So yeah, so all in all, it should be quite a nice project to get stuck into restoring this quad. And then I'd like to use that with the 405 there and see how we go. So I've got loads of other videos coming up on all sorts of stuff at the moment. It's a bit of a crazy time, so stay tuned. So all I've got to say is thanks for watching another Tweaker Man video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to press that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And thanks for watching, and just sorry about the dodgy camera work because I was holding it myself and it was awkward. Okay, cheers.